नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aherwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the topic nested transactions. Uh, you see here in this diagram nested transaction. There is a transaction which is going, and there is some kind of nested things which from which your transaction goes from there. Okay, so this is the basic meaning. Okay, so if you see here in this diagram, this is a start transaction, and this is the call sub transaction, and this is a transaction T, and here call sub transaction, and finally the commit. Means you can say in short that this is a source and this is the destination, or you can say this is the input and this is the output. You see here, this is a call sub transaction, means this sub transaction is divided into again two parts, that is start transaction and the commit, means input and output. Okay, so in between there is a transformation, means there is a transaction T and there is a transaction of T1, because there is a sub transaction, right? So there is a call sub transaction T1 and this process is the rollback, because they somehow not completed. So rollback means go to the previous state. So here again starts. Now here if we are talking about this call sub transaction T2, this is the T1, this is the T2 part. So here the situation, or you can say state, is the abort state. So you just start from the very beginning, from the start transaction. Okay, so in this a transaction tree in which a transaction T may contain sub transactions. So the top level T appears to the outside as a normal atomic transaction. Sub transactions can fail and be restarted to or replaced by another sub transactions without causing the whole T to fail or restart. In case the recovery of a sub transaction fails, the whole T will fail. Now in this multiple variants, that is open or closed, okay, this can increase intra-transaction parallelism. This is a closed variant, does not increase inter-transaction plagiarism, can be used as a basis for more complex transactions models, especially suitable for distributed environments applications. Internally, subtractions are run concurrently and their actions are synchronized by an internal concurrency control mechanism. So these are the some nested transactions. Now come to the closed nested transactions. In the closed nested transactions, their sub transactions maintain isolation. Okay, because this is the closed one. Okay, so this is against each other, and second is the locks are kept until the end of the sub transactions, which means enables the isolation of parallel sub transactions. So by end of sub transactions, locks are inherited to the super transactions and are released only when the top level transaction terminates. So this does not increase the interaction parallelism. This is a crucial point, especially in long and interactive transactions. Now come to the open nested transactions. In open nested transactions, changes made by the sub-transactions are visible, but if we are talking about the closed one, the changes are not visible, okay, because that is the closed one, or you can say isolated. So in this the sub-transactions are visible before the top level transactions terminates. Avoid conflicts, parallel sub-transactions are separated. Now another thing is the locks are released at the end of the sub-transactions. Another is the two important problems can occur in this approach. Then terminated sub-transactions may be rolled back because super transactions, the bots, uh, in this problem of cascading, okay, you know the problem of what do you mean by cascade? Cascading means opening. If you are seeing multiple windows, and so there are lot many things which are open, and it will you can say under process, okay. So means there is no final destination, no final output is there. So there is a horizontal cascading, there is vertical cascading, and you see when you are using using many applications in your Windows, so that will ask the cascading, okay. So so avoid conflicts, parallel sub transactions are separated, and these locks are released at the end of the sub transaction. There's two important problems which can occur in this approach. First is the terminated sub transactions may be rolled back because super transaction aborts this problem of cascading rollback. So here one solution of this problem is to introduce compensating transactions, that is more later, okay. So second, the next one is the loss of serializability. Means one solution of this problem is a semantic concurrency control. This is the open tested transactions, and this is a nested transaction in terms of graphical representation. You see here, this is the root T is running system, this is trigger on A, and here you see that sub T means T1 has a started system, so A is on trigger, and again A is trigger, means there is a sub part, okay, sub transactions. So this, that's why here I am writing here T1, okay. So if you have to wait for that, then go to the previous one, so there is a rollback condition occurs. If you see here, means T1 has created sub T and T11, then the root T has started sub T21, okay. So here you see that if this C is waits, then go to the previous one, this C is wait, then go to the previous one, and same for the transaction T2. Now come to the using nested transactions. How to uses these nested transactions? This nested transactions is a powerful mechanism for fine-tuning the scope of rollback in applications with the complex structures. Example, trip planning, modularization in software engineering, and nested transactions complements each other. The next is a modular design takes care of the application structure and encapsulates local, that is dynamic data structures. The second thing is the transaction makes sure that the global data used by these modules, and these modules are basically what, isolated, okay. So so that they recover with the same granularity which is provided. Nested transactions are a generalization of safe points, you can say, whereas safe points allow organizing a transaction into a sequence of actions that can be rolled back individually. Nested transactions form a hierarchy of pieces of work similar to nesting SOCIs. Now the next is the multi-level transactions. This I will discuss about in the multi-level transactions in the next session. So for tomorrow's here I wind up this session, and this session powered by digital version 2.0 Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.